For the longest time, there's been these two camps. You have the holistic side, and you got like the fitness side. All right. And the problem with both of these is that they're both dogmatic, meaning it's their way or no way. But there's a new engaging field that I put myself into that gives you the most crazy transformations, and that's becoming a hybrid in blending the two models of functional nutrition, functional medicine, foundational medicine, and then fitness, macroing, bodybuilding, physique enhancement. So, as a functional hybrid health coach, helping you reach your full potential on an inside standpoint, hormonally, thyroid wise, lymphatic system drainage, mitochondrial, and then muscle side longevity, insulin sensitivity, and looking your best. There, there needs to be a conversation on how you can optimize yourself from the inside out. And today I'm going to go through it all. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know, and everything that I do, and everything really you just want to know about how to optimize your body from the inside out. Like I said, most people are dogmatic. It's either you got the holistic practitioners or you got the fitness bodybuilding bros, or females that are just ignoring everything that plays in the role of your interconnected bodily systems. So let's start off with, you know me, Diego Reyes, functional hybrid health coach, functional nutritionist, whatever you want to say. All right, giving you the most craziest transformations because I understand how everything is influencing your body, how the specific training, how your specific nutrition all blends in together for your hormones, for your thyroid, for your lymphatic system drainage, for your mitochondria, for your gut. Okay, all of these things play together, and that's how I'm able to get the outcomes that I do. That's why I have a guarantee. But I want you to understand this is going to be a heart-to-heart video, and we'll say a prayer real quick. Thank you, Lord, today for bringing us together. Thank you for another opportunity for me to spread the knowledge you've been able to give me, the power you've been able to give me, and the work you've been able to give me. Amen. Okay. So with that being said, as I started out my journey, I was, working at nutritional stores, like supplement shops, um, herbs, Ayurvedic medicine almost, if you're familiar with that, which is almost like the old herbal Chinese medicine. I was a trainer at a big box gym. Then I was a trainer at a, local gym. You could say like a third party. And then I was actually in a nursing home. I actually started out with the nursing home. So I worked in the sick care system, not the healthcare system. And, I was giving out narcotics, insulin shots, and I was young. All right. I graduated early on everything because I rigorously um, put myself into the situation of learning and adapting the information. Now I own a coaching company that helps individuals like you get to the root cause and optimize their health from within. But let's start out. So the body is a dynamic system. What that means is that all of your hormones, organ systems, things like that, like pieces, parts, whatever, work together in unison, not isolation. So when we look at, Western conventional medicine, they're just isolating specific organ systems, specific hormones. Okay, if you have a thyroid issue, you go see an endocrinologist. If you have a gut issue, you go see a gastroenterologist. If you have a heart issue, you go see a cardiologist. And see, the reason is that they just isolate, but your body has systems within it, 11 systems, and they work in unison together. And just isolating it causes problems because we neglect how everything influences each other. There's negative feedback loops inside your body, meaning your brain speaks to your heart. Okay, your heart speaks to your thyroid. Yes. So all these things work together in unison. So let's start out with environmental adaptation. What is environmental adaptation? Environmental adaptation is you and where you're stuck at right now. Meaning, if you are struggling with weight loss resistance, thyroid problems, extreme fatigue, whatever it may be, whatever symptom you're experiencing, there's been a process that have got you there. Now your body has adapted to whatever you put it through. So now that's how the body's operating. So how are you going to get it out? Well, you have to untangle, walk yourself out of the adaptation that you put yourself into. Okay? So it's almost like if you have wired headphones that are all tangled up. You have to unknot the headphones one by one. That's kind of what you got to do when you're dealing with these chronic health issues, because there's been a process that got you there. You didn't wake up one day with hypothyroid. You didn't wake up one day with autoimmune issues. Okay? Yes, you could have genetic predispositions that could, turn on genes from epigenetic change, but for a majority of the time, it still happens through lifestyle and specific diet. And so when we look at people that are struggling with all these types of issues, what are you struggling with right now? Well, let's start out. Stress. You have high stress coming from corticotropin releasing hormone, which is your stress response. No matter if you're stressing about a relationship, financials, overtraining, undereating, chemical stress from mold, or environmental stress, it's all stressors, whether it be good or bad. And your body interprets it. And how does it do that? Well, your body gets a signal and then it sends it to the limbic center of the brain, and then it signals to the adrenals. Now, there are a lot more things that go into it, but for majority of the time, that's really it summed up. And now your adrenals start pumping out more cortisol, more cortisol. And what does that do for you? You get stuck in fight or flight, you get anxiety, you get these thyroid issues, you get low hormones, you get blood sugar imbalances, you get insomnia, you get all these symptoms. All right. Next is xenoestrogens. Xenoestrogens are like plastics, BPA, fire retardant, non-cook stickware, non-cook stickware, meaning it's just it acts like a hormone on our body. It acts as estrogen, so it increases estrogen. Which, if there's an abundance of estrogen, you can only imagine what does that do for our hormonal balance. Nutrient deficiencies. Many people are nutrient deficient. They deal with all types of, zinc deficiencies, vitamin D deficiencies, selenium, iodine deficiencies, okay, vitamin A deficiencies. And all this does is just make you feel like crap. It causes a lot of health issues too. Insulin resistant. Many people are insulin resistant. They just are, either resistant or they're insensitive, meaning their cells aren't hearing the message, or the cells are blocking the message of insulin. Now, insulin can't get into the cell for it to create energy, ATP, inside the mitochondria. Now you are pretty much, dealing with all sorts of symptoms like fatigue, weight loss resistance, weight gain, even things like that. Toxic. Many people are toxic. The SAD diet, I contribute that to, from the preservatives, the emulsifiers, the processed oils, the sugars, the, whatever. Okay. And then there's all sorts of stuff like your hormonal imbalances, dysbiosis in the gut, meaning there's imbalance of gut bacteria, sleep deprivation, dehydration, Th2 dominance within the immune system, inflammation, and mitochondrial dysfunction. These are all the things you're dealing with. Okay, Diego, these are things I'm dealing with. What can I do about it? Well, like I said, we have to work a process because your body is adapted to that. Remember, environmental adaptation. So you have to work a strategic process that ties everything together. Now, I'm just going to tell you everything that you should be doing right now. I'm going to lay it all out there. I'm going to tell you everything that you need to do to solve your issues. Many people go around, they're getting these lab tests done, by all these top functional medicine doctors, nutritionists, whatever it may be. Whether it be, mold, hormone, thyroid, stool test for gut, mycotoxin test, cellular inflammation test. Okay, you get these tests done. That's more money for you to pay out of your pocket. But in the reality of it all, we just need to fix the lifestyle, fix the nutrition, and work on specific pathways within the body, okay, to solve your issues. Now, I'm not saying tests are bad. I run tests inside my coaching practice, inside my coaching. But when you're continuing to spend money on tests and you're not getting the results you need, that should be some red flag signs that whatever you're doing with that individual, practitioner, coach, whatever, is not working. And this was what happens. Okay, and I can say this because I've had all my clients come from me from seeing all these types of people. And they're just spending so much money on these tests, but they're not feeling better because they're not taking the right consistent action steps. All right, so the first thing is we need a detox. Yes, detox. Now, I'm not talking about juice cleanse or anything like that. We need to work on the liver detoxification pathways. We need to work on lymphatic drainage. We need to work on liver duct. So what that means is that in the environment we live in today, no matter if you feel like you're healthy or not, we are bombarded by toxins, mold, mycotoxins, um, BPA, pesticides, phosphate, whatever it may be. So we need to start out with a specific detox. Now, you can use specific products for that, and I highly suggest products for detoxing, but then obviously changing our nutrition up, getting rid of the processed food, having a period of time where we eliminate we have an elimination type diet. With what I mean by elimination is just like avoiding sugar, gluten, wheat, soy, corn, dairy, processed food, artificial sweeteners, coffee, and caffeine for a period of time. Sticking to whole food, organic, pasture raised, micronutrient dense foods while using specific detoxification products that works on flushing the body out. Okay, now you're going to do this, and then you're going to get some sunlight, and you're going to get some exercise, and you're going to get some time to sit down and read a book to relax. Now, if you can't do that, because I understand, do the best you can. Even if it's 3 minutes a day. 3 minutes a day, that's fine. So we want to detox first. Next is we want to work on the gut, because the gut's usually a mess. And it pretty much influences every other system within the body. Now, you don't want to work on hormones right away. You don't want to work on thyroid right away. Well, thyroid's a hormone. And you don't want to work on blood sugar right away. That's also a hormone, insulin. But because hormones are the end user, meaning it is the last thing that we worry about, because what's going on inside the body influences your hormone layout. So if you're dealing with PCOS, you're dealing with PMS, you're dealing with low testosterone, you're dealing with endometriosis, you're dealing with whatever it may be, menopause even, like hormones are the end user. So they're getting affected by stress, toxins, gut imbalances, poor liver detoxification. Okay, so we need to work on these things first, and then after we work on these things, then we can work on the hormones. Okay, so I want you to remember that. Okay, because if you try to manipulate the hormone first, that's going to be wrong, because how the hormones getting made and processed within the body is greatly influenced by the things I've just spoken about. Okay, and this is legitimate data. Like, I'm not just saying this. It's like, if you have intestinal permeability and you try to take testosterone, you're still going to deal with issues. Okay, or if you're taking birth control and you're trying to get off it, and you're not correcting the nutrient deficiencies and the high stress in your life, you're still going to deal with hormonal imbalances and gut imbalances too. If you're dealing with gut imbalance, you're still going to deal with the acne. So no matter what you're dealing with, you need to work on the body together. Remember, dynamic system. So we need to work on the gut. Now, I have many videos on my YouTube talking about the gut process, the 5-hour gut protocol. So I suggest taking it, or the 4-hour gut protocol. I suggest taking it, watching it. So many out there that have. Just watch that real quick. Next is stress. Stress can come many forms. Stress is getting higher and higher, more talked about, because there's cortisol phase and all that. But understand this. If the lifestyle is messed up, that's stress. If you're dealing with toxic overload, that's a stress. If you're dealing with high inflammation, that's a stress. Now, what's the one thing that could fix all this stress? Correcting the diet. Your nutrition is everything. As a nutritionist, your nutrition is everything. Like, like that's like legitimately the truth. Okay, if you have poor nutrition, you have high inflammation, you have high stress, okay, and it just dysfunctions the whole body. So clean up your diet, get more sleep, get some sunlight. Uh, and you live in the northern states, which I don't blame you. I'm in the northern states. Okay, do what you can. Um, you know, but let's talk about the next thing. Let's talk about your hormones. So, like I said, hormones are the end user. So if you're struggling with hormonal imbalances, it can come from either, poor liver detoxification, it can come from poor thyroid health, it can come from, my bad, it can come from poor gut health or anything like that. So with that being said here, if you're lost, confused, not sure what to do, don't be disarmed because there are many people that are still struggling with the worst symptoms ever. That is why I do what I do. Because it is a long process, not really long, because if you have the right help and tools necessary, then you can get it done easily. But we need to get to the root cause of the issues. And there are many root causes to a lot of problems, and it's not just one. You can't just say that your liver is backed up and that's what's causing all your problems, because there are many problems that could be going on. Now, my whole point is that I'm here to fix these problems, guaranteed results. I'm here to help you get to the root cause of all these problems, heal your gut, heal your hormones, balance out your thyroid, work on mitochondrial level, all in one. Giving you also the aesthetic looks, building you the training program, because I know what I'm doing on the training side. Obviously, if you see my videos, I mean, I at least look the part, unlike most, which is irrelevant right now. And trying to blend it all together here, which we are. So if you're trying to get to the root cause, heal your gut, just finally feel like you're living and not just breathing, then this opportunity is for you. Get to the root cause today. Check out my other YouTube videos. Check out my website at completevitalitylife.com and see the other transformations, the success stories that I've helped people do. And what you can do is either check out my website and book a call through there, or book a call in the description, or message me on Instagram. I hope you guys have a blessed day.